A damaging storm system is right on schedule over parts of northwestern Europe today as it spreads heavy rainfall, strong wind, and snow. Today's forecast is going to focus more on the snowfall that I'm expecting across the European continent through December 25th, so make sure you stay tuned for more details on that later in this video. Before we do get into that, I wanted to start this forecast with my region by region walkthrough for all of Europe. So we're going to start off over the northwest, and right off the bat today we're seeing the center of this powerful storm driving that heavy rainfall and wind into central portions of Europe as snow continues over southern Norway into Sweden. For this afternoon and tonight, we're going to see that heavy rain and wind advance south and east, with cold air slowly infiltrating from the north, which will allow for snow showers to develop over parts of Germany, Austria, Czechia, and Poland, as the low-pressure center slowly moves towards the Baltic countries. Focusing on northeastern Europe for Friday, we see a pretty decent swath of snow moving over Stockholm, Sweden, into St. Petersburg, Russia, and through the day on Friday into Saturday, we're going to see that low-pressure area meander around the Baltic Sea before the snowfall noticeably decreases in coverage by Sunday. For the Iberian Peninsula into northern Africa, we continue to have a very stable pattern as our weather is driven by an anticyclone. This is also driving the storm systems into northern and central Europe, and that's going to continue throughout the end of this month. We may see some changes in January, so I'll have more details on that as we get closer. For the Mediterranean Sea into southeastern Europe, we have a completely different story. That storm which was over northern Africa has drifted into Greece and Turkey, so we do have widespread showers and storms occurring there. The small disturbance will then move inland before being followed by a frontal boundary arriving on Friday, which is associated with that large storm in northern Europe. This will bring another wave of precipitation to the region into the weekend before more disturbed weather arrives by early next week. Taking a quick look at what we have going on for the continental United States, you'll notice this storm off the US West Coast. This is bringing some heavy rains and storms into California, and then as it drifts inland over the next few days, we may see this become our next substantial cross-country storm through next week. Severe storms, flooding, and snow will all be potential impacts, so I'll be keeping you updated on this storm as we go forward. But now it's time to take a look at the snowfall potential across Europe. This is my official forecast map for where I think you can expect snow on the ground or falling from the sky at some point between December 21st and the 25th. You can see we have some light blue shades across parts of southern Europe, but that will be confined especially to the mountains, although a couple places like Romania and Moldova could see lower elevation snow. Western Europe will not see any snowfall except for parts of Scotland, especially for the higher elevations there, as well as the Pyrenees Mountains on the Spain and France border. Across eastern, central, and northern Europe, light blue shades could see snowfall, so this does include Denmark, Germany, Poland, and a few other areas. And those places will probably see more of a mixed bag of weather in the coming days, with some rain and then snow before switching to rain again. This is because of a few different storms coming in which could shift the temperatures around. The areas in the dark blue can expect additional heavy snowfall for this time frame, and most of the areas in the dark blue already have some existing snowpack from previous storm systems. You can see this reflected quite well on this image here, which shows the snowpack and precipitation on December 25th, and by this point snow will be falling in Eastern Europe, but anywhere where you see that pink shade is where we will have existing snowpack, and that's going to be very widespread for the Nordic and Baltic countries, and especially across Russia. And then before concluding this forecast, I wanted to give you a quick update on the United States snowfall. And this is where I expect to see snowfall on the ground or falling at some point between December 21st and the 25th. We aren't expecting more snow in the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley, but that area is shaded in blue due to the existing snow accumulation from the previous events. The best chance to have snowfall on the ground or falling from the sky is over parts of the northern plains and the mountainous west. Overall, it's going to be a much warmer than normal end to December for the US, which is why the snowpack is much lower than usual. If you did enjoy this analysis video, make sure you do subscribe, as I constantly post important forecasts like this for the US and Europe.